Hi, today I want to do something different. I want to record a short 60-second song with a decent sound, and I'm gonna walk you through my process of doing it. I use Cubase Elements. It's a basic version, but it's very accessible and it's more than sufficient for making a full-fledged production. I'll only be using plugins. You might be using another DAW like Pro Tools or Logic or anything else. The workflow will be slightly different, names will be different, but the essentials, they stay the same. I'm using an interface, Universal Audio, Apollo, and I'm working in Windows. Well, I'm gonna improvise a song to show you my workflow. Nothing complicated. I'm gonna do it the cowboy way. But the main thing for a good final product is always, playing well, and it will end well. All right. Let's begin. We have a new Cubase project. I work in Cubase. I saved it as Save Me, and now we gonna make groups. Groups might be buses in other DAWs, but the essentials are the same. Well, here in Cubase I can add a group track. Make them stereo. The first group track will be the drums. Wait a minute. The drums. Alright, we're gonna add another one. The bass. And another one. A guitar. And the last one, the vocals. If I click on them, I have an option for equalizing and other stuff here, sense, but the inserts for now are very important. On the drums, I always use the Cytomic Glue plugin. Make it, wait a minute, parallel high pass to begin with. On the bass track, I usually use the MPEG. That's a plugin from the Universal Audio console. Right. Guitar we leave alone for now, but we have several options later on. Vocals the same, but the one I used mainly is the one from Universal Audio, as well as the Foxbox. And since I'm male, I use the basic male vocal preset, and we're gonna leave it alone. So now we have 4 group tracks with some plugins selected. We're gonna go to the mix console and look at it. Here we see the groups. Over here we see the inserts of the output track. Then we're gonna select Isotope Imager, like this. It's a free plugin. You can download it by leaving your email address, and it's awesome. I use it on almost every track. Let's drag in a simple bus compressor. Alright, lowest setting. And one I use always is this one. It's a plugin from IK Multimedia of the Pultec 0000. This one somewhere between these three. This one to 0, 100, and just, leave it sitting there. It does a little bit to the sound, you hear it later. Alright, so now we got the basics. Now we're gonna make an audio track. No, we're not gonna make an audio track, we're gonna make an instrument track. I'm using Easy Drummer. It's an application. Select stereo out, or it's a plugin, what you call it. And in the browser I have my own file with drum tracks in MIDI. So that means I can select something and it'll give me a MIDI track, and I can drag it into my window, and if we open it we see the whole drum track. Alright. So for now we're gonna find something not too heavy. Let's see. All right. This one has a little bit of everything, so that's cool. Let's drag it up there because I like it above the group tracks, and it's in my group track, and that's not completely well. All right, so we have the drum track. There we go. My drum tracks, I always make them blue, but that's up to you. Name it drum. So there we go. If you open it, we see several dots on the screen, which is the band roll or the roll of the MIDI file. Kick, snare, we have a tom, hi-hats, and that's it. All right, we have no crashes. We can always add them later. For now, I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna duplicate these tracks. I'm gonna duplicate them again. I think for now we only need 4, but let's make 1 extra. Right. Let's see. This one is gonna be the kick. All right. Let's see, which one is the kick? That one, all right. So we're gonna delete all the other dots, and we end up with a kick. Let's solo the track for a moment because it will phase out. There we have the kick. Next one is gonna be the snare. Let's see, the kick we already have. Let's delete it. There we go. Snare, tom. No. Goodbye. See you later. That's it. Now we have kick and snare. I forgot one thing. Let's loop these parts. So there we go. Next one. Let's see. Kick, snare, done. Still the toms, but we do them later. Now we're done and left with the hi-hats. No more other dots, so there we go. Next one. You guessed it, it'll be the toms. So hi-hat, kick, bye-bye, hasta luego. Only 2 toms, but still important. We still have this track, we don't need it. Go and delete it. Oh shit. There we go. All right, now we have got 4 drum tracks, and these drum tracks I'm gonna give different colors. Might be neurotic, but I love it. There you go. No need to solo it. We got 4 drum tracks. And we got all the parts of the drums separated. Now we're gonna go to the studio and mix console and look at the parts we just edited. In the routing bar, you see which is the input, MIDI, all right? What do you want to route it? Well, it needs to go to the drums. This one as well, this one as well, and this one as well. So there you go. We can shut it down, and let's see. If you mute the drum track at this moment, all the drums are muted. If you solo it, all of them are soloed. So now the plugin on the drum track is functional as well. There you go. So we made a drum track. We have all the drums separate. Well, the next part is effect tracks. To make a general effect tracks greatly improve your sound. If you start using reverbs and stuff on individual instruments, in the end it'll be a bloody mess. So use effects tracks. You can write a name, but I usually just do it like this. It'll give you this name as well. The mix should be at 100%, so it'd be completely full. Let's add another group track, effect track. Let's see. A delay. Same, 100%. Settings we can look at later if the song is in a further stage. Snare usually is very good with a little bit of reverb, so let's put some reverb on the snare. Let's see. Might be too much. And then in the total. In this case, we can also use a little bit of reverb on the toms, I guess. We could also put some delay on the toms. That'll cause different effects. But for now, I guess no, because if you start working with delays this early in a song, it'll lead you to different results, and it pushes the song in a different direction. That's my experience. So we're gonna just stick with the sounds we have now. A little bit of reverb on the snare, a little bit of reverb on the toms. Everything routed through the mix console to the drums, and these three plugins on the final bus. We can take them off for a moment and see how it is. It's not really stereo at this point. This plugin has a stereoize option, but then you get like simulated effects and I don't like it much. So let's see. You can see the distortion on this edge. It's a little loud, so we can turn down the drums a little bit. All right. So width, out, and width. A little bit of bus compression that leaves you with like just a little bit. If you're compressing in the bus, leave it below 2 always. The pull tech, I don't know, in my experience, it adds a little bit of width, but that could be completely personal. So there we are. Alright, now we have the basic drum track. Let's stretch it to 1 minute. We can just, copy, paste, but there is also a function of repeat in Cubase, and you can select whatever count you want to repeat. So let's see. Well, bring up the transport. We've got it. It's now, where's 1 minute? More or less, this is 1 minute. So let's delete it up to here. Then we're gonna stretch the loop as well to here. Unloop it for the moment because we need to be aware of the time. Now we're gonna add a bass track. Add track. Now we're gonna add an audio track. I'm gonna use my Universal Audio Apollo. Make it mono because the bass is a mono instrument. Add track. Name it to bass. And I always use yellow for the bass lines. Alright. The last thing we have to do is route it. Where is the bass? Over here. Route it to the bass group. Same as with the drums. Now the bass. If I unmute it, you can hear it. And it goes goes through the bass group. Alright, there's the bass track. If you use the listen option, the monitor option in your DAW, you always have to count in some latency, so it might be better to use, the direct in of your interface, if you have one. If you're not, well, latency nowadays is not too bad. Let's see. We've got it all done. Let's try and improvise a bass track. We start at the beginning. I'm gonna mute my microphone because it'll have some bleed from the bass guitar, and let's see. As you can see, it recorded the bass track. I started a little bit later because I forgot something. Usually what I do is I put everything more or less here, or maybe 3 is better. So cool as well. Now, there are several options. We can replay the track because I just improvised, and I can redo it and build it that way. For now, the easiest way to do it, since we're working with a click track and everything is happening in your DAW, we can just, especially with bass, you can cut it up, copy and paste, and just, sort out your bass track. So let's see. Let's just sever the bass in these parts. Where do we start? Let's for now just drag them all here. Let's see how this one sounds when I just, wait a minute, loop this one. So let's say we're gonna put them all over there and just copy this one and paste it over here. So now we have a full bass line, more or less decent. How's the end? Very important. Wait a minute. not too bad. So let's see. I recorded it a little bit too loud, but still. What I always do with audio tracks, I normalize them very early in the process, so you can see what you're working with. But it doesn't sound distorted. It sounds alright. Alright, there we go. So now we're gonna save it. Very important, save your projects on time, because countless times I've lost complete songs because the how do you call it? The energy, the loose dropped out, and or I just did something stupid myself. So there we go. We've got more or less at the end. We're at 1:08, but you have to discount this little part. All right, so let's add some guitar. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I switched to a different instrument. We're gonna add a track, an audio track, same input. We're gonna name it guitar. Mono track, but stereo out. There we are. You can hear the guitar. All right, we're gonna route the guitar to the guitar group. In the guitar group, mostly I use the Universal Audio diesel amp, but that's more of a rocky amp. I use this one a lot as well, the amplitude. You just select the plugin. I have a default setup for this sound. No, this one. All right, there you go. So this sound is the sound of the Universal Audio Direct In. But if I select this one as well, you can hear the other amp. For now, we're gonna leave it turned off because it might introduce a little bit of latency. So with the direct sound, we have enough to record. And later on, we just engage the plugin and we get the real sound. So let's see. Let's improvise a part and see where this leads. All right. One thing I just forgot. First, we're gonna add a little count in, because the track starts straight away, so we better add something we can count on. A ver. Okay. Oops. And hops. Alright, I made my own account in. You can do it as well with Cubase, but then you usually have to hear the click track all song long, and that's not something I prefer. Alright, get a little like this, and there we go. Perfect. You got a count in, we have the track ready, so we're ready to record. Save it again, just before recording. So let's try a guitar track, improvise, let's see. Okay, now we have a guitar track. We've duplicated it. I've deleted the original track, so we are left with the same track with the same routing. You can see it in the mix console that it's also routed to the guitar group. That's the easy way. Now we're gonna double track it. So this one we're gonna pan to the left. This one we leave a little bit off center. And we're gonna record another track on top of it. A little bit less volume. Hopefully that works. Okay, as you can see, it's not perfect. But nothing in life is perfect. So let's see. We've got one left. This one we're gonna put all to the right. Let's get the levels straight, but it's better, might be better just keep it at 0 because it's the same group and we just do it in a group. All right. So we normalize the tracks. The end is for later. We've got it here to start. All right. So we're gonna mute the intro and we're gonna go to the guitar and see what are the levels of the guitar while listening to the song. Way too loud. All right, well, that's workable, it's acceptable, it's a minute song, and it's just explaining the flow. So, all right, we've got guitar. This is the, I think it's the left one. What was it? The left one. All right, cool. Left guitar. So, this must be the right guitar. Well, that's one error too many. All right, so tracks done. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna save it again. Make sure you're not gonna lose anything. Vocals is the last part. I made a send on the guitar group bass for some reverb. Let's see. All right, I opened the FabFilter Pro IQ. That's basically the only IQ I use. You can see the waveform. We can low cut it a little because the main stuff is here, but you always need to listen really well. Alright, that might filter out some low that we don't need. So we got a guitar track. Now we're gonna add another track, or maybe we just duplicate this track and make this a center track for the guitar with a small guitar solo. And we might as well duplicate the group track, that's possible as well. And we make this guitar B. The other one we name guitar A. And these ones you have to rename as well. So the center guitar, the solo guitar will be A. I messed it up, but it doesn't matter. We're just gonna make this one B and this one A. That works as well. All right. So in A we leave the EQ intact. We can look at the amp. We can, this is amplitude. I'm not gonna go into settings and stuff. I'm using a bass amp, I think this is a bass amp. Usually bass amps, in my opinion, give a nice clean sound. I made some EQ settings and I just copy pasted them to both channels because I want to be able to double track. But basically the whole route is the same. In the end we have the final volume. So that's really easy to... There are a lot of other settings. I'm not going to go into that. You can play with it basically, but I leave it for now. So this one is the center guitar. Let's see. And we need to center it first. Alright. And of course we need to root it. Don't forget it, because then you're, turning knobs and stuff and nothing happens. So this one is gonna go, oh, not over there, but to guitar A. Guitar B, guitar A. Alright. The both left and rights. So if I solo this one, I have a very nice accord. Alright. Let's see. We can turn up the volume a little bit, because this needs to be a little bit louder, and also we can turn up the reverb a little. Might be nice, we have to see. Alright, so at least we've got some different guitar that we can cut, and we can, delete parts or use them. We're gonna normalize it. There we go. And we're gonna save the project. So we're gonna undo it, and then let's see what we have. Since it's way too loud, alright, so there is the basic track. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna write some small part of lyrics. Let's see, the intro, we could give it a color. The intro are these parts. Sometimes I mark parts like this so it's easier, and I think these parts more or less need lyrics. Let's see. So we've got marked more or less where there should be lyrics. Lyrics should be more or less down here, and we could use some here or more guitar solo, depends. Or we could also use a keyboard. We're gonna save it. We know that this is the intro, no voice. Voice needs to be focused down here. This is a little intermezzo. Now we're gonna add a track, an audio track, and we're gonna select the second input of my interface, mono as well, and we're gonna name it a vocal. There we go. Same thing, we're gonna route it to the vocal part. All right, now you can see that in the hello, let me see, 1 2 2, yeah, we hear it a little bit double, so I'm gonna turn off this one for now. It will be routed through the Manly Foxbox that we will use in the mixing stage. Now we have the vocals. All right, we're gonna save it again, and we're gonna open a notepad on in the DAW. All right, let's do some lyrics. Let me see. How do we begin? Usually I just start writing phrases and things will appear. When I see your eyes, beautiful eyes, it makes me feel like, that's cool. It makes me feel like what? Like a balloon? like a cake? No, it makes me feel like I'm in paradise. I'm in paradise. All right. Next part. When I see your eyes, it makes me feel like I'm in paradise. Cool. When I talk to you, what happens when I talk to you? I can't resist you. No, wait a minute. When I talk to you, my words keep floating. Yeah, it's better. Floating in the air. My words keep floating in the air? Nah. Through the empty space. All right. well, we end up in a discussion. Hear me out, my love. Hear me out, my love. I can't resist you. Look, there we are. Oh, shit. Sorry. Keep floating. Hear me out, my love. I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? Question mark. Beautiful song. All right. So we got three little bits over here because this is the little break we build in, and then we have some part in the back. Let's see. Let's go up. When I touch the sky, so I'm up. I can see that. Oh, it sometimes happens in the notepad window from Cubase. It just works a little bit quirky. But then again, I can see that sky, sun, stars. The stars are nearer than I thought. Beautiful. Let's go back to the beginning. It's your eyes again and again and again. They will haunt me. They will haunt me every day. I'm without you. Point. So let's split this one up as well. So now we have a basic lyric. We can always change words out if they don't fit, or take things out, phrases, or add some stuff. We'll see. Now what we're now gonna do, we're gonna arm the track. I'm gonna mute my speaking voice in a moment, and then we're gonna record a guide track for the vocal. So let's do that now. Alright, now we're gonna record the vocals, but first let's select a little bit of reverb on the voice. Hello, hi, 1, 2, 2. Alright, 2, 2, 2. Just a little bit. Oh, might be too much. We'll see. Alright. Let's record a guide vocal. When I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise. When I talk to you, words are floating through the empty space. Hear me out, my love, I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch the sky, I can see there the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me every day. I'm without you. The last bit is not alright. So what you can do, just drop it off and let's see. Well, it might be even a better idea, just redo the whole vocal bit from here. Just punch in. When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me every day. I'm without you. So now we've got some vocals. Let's drag this one more or less down here, and this one down here, and this one down here, because we don't need all that empty space. We're gonna normalize the tracks. So there we go. And when I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise. When I talk to you, my words keep floating through the empty space. Oh, hear me out, my love, I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me every day I'm without you. So, it's an acceptable vocal, could be better, but for now it'll do. We color it, I don't know, make it orange. Let's see, we got the vocal. I added some delay, I added some reverb on the send bus. And then we're gonna look at this part. Listen to the vocal again. When I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise. When I talk to you, my words keep floating through the empty space. Oh, hear me out, my love, I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? You can hear the compression. When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me every day I'm without you. Alright, let's leave it like this for now. If you, for example, think, well, this last bit is a little bit low, just you can normalize it. Make another one. It'll make another one. They will haunt me every day I'm without you. Then it's too loud again, but you drag it down a little bit and let's see. They will haunt me every day I'm without you. Right, let's save it. So now we got the vocal. Just like the guitars, you can double track the vocals, you can add choirs, you can add extra voices or whatever. We might, but for now, let's keep the vocal intact like it is. Okay, let's look at the drums. First, let's mute the guitar, the solo and the vocals. And this one we can leave out as well. I don't like the snare too much on this song, so we've got the option to select another snare, for example this one. Well, that's too much brush, but you can see that the D note is that sound, and this one is a little bit punchier. It's a rim shot. So let's select this one, and then we go back to the snare track. For this time, for now, we need to join them all together, and later on we divide them again. Let's see. You can see all the dots down here, and we make them E. Now we save it. All right, that's better. Now, what I usually do is on the audio inserts of the drums, on all of them, I drag in the FabFilter EQ plugin. Let's see. I found the kick. All right. So on the drums, we have an EQ on every track. Let's see. We can do the same as we did before. Cut off the lows. Hi-hat, but be careful with EQ. Usually I just boost slight top end and that's it. Same with the snare. You have to be careful because you can end up with very thin sounds, but if you do it by ear, all right. Here you should not roll off too much low, because you can hear it. You'll leave the kick completely useless. But something like here, it's alright. So let's have a look at the toms. Let's see, where are they? Boom. For this, we could use on the toms a little bit of compression. Let's use the iKey Multimedia. I have the suite, and we can add some dynamics. And let's do this one. And same as with the, I already left some reverb on it, but let's see. Okay, let's leave the reverb on. You could try delay. Much, just a little bit. All right, let's leave the toms like that. We're gonna save it again. So now we've got the basic drum sound. This is without the compressor, this is with the compressor. You can try another preset, but I think I prefer this one. Several options, usually I leave them alone. If the track is not pumping, so you hear the compression really heavy, as long as that's not the case, just leave it as it is. Save it again. add in some vocals. Let's do it from the start with some vocals. When I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise. When I talk to you, my words keep floating through the empty space. Oh, hear me out, my love, I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me. Every day I'm without you. All right, so we've got a basic mix, or at least the beginning. We can, you know, really quick go to the mix window and play a little bit. This is without the inserts. When I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise. This is only the ozone. When I talk to you, my words keep floating through the empty space. Oh, hear me out, my love. Bass compressor. I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? You can see it's really, really little. And this one. When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me every day. So you see, you can add in bass and other, but you have to be careful with that, but because it can lead to a very boomy mix. So right, this is fine. We've got the right inserts. It sounds fine, not too compressed, not too much. The bass, for now, we leave alone. Usually, we can try to put some compression on it. Let's see, but I'm not sure that will improve. When I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise. When I talk to you, my words keep floating through the empty space. Oh, hear me out, my love. Sometimes a slight compression from that L2, LA2A really adds something. So you can try it, you can leave it off, depends. It doesn't add much, but it's all, you know, it's the flavor and it's all personal. The effect. All right, let's continue now to the solo guitar. And let's see if we need to skip, divide, cut, delete parts. When I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise. When I talk to you, my words keep floating through the empty space. Oh, hear me out, my love, I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me. Every day I'm without you. Alright, so as you can hear, the guitar solo is alright, maybe a little loud. And this part seems to get a little bit in the way with the bass line, so we can cycle it over here, put our cursor over there, and see how they sound together. As you can see, that's not really corresponding. So it only gets in the way. So bye-bye. We go back to this part, uppa and on solo, and see how we're gonna fill it up. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch the sky. Alright, now we're left with a gap. We need to find something that is more corresponding with this bass part. Or we need to re-record the bass part, or we can just copy-paste something. So what we can do is see if we paste this one. Things will be different. Oh, hear me out, my love, I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. Alright, better. Now we have to look at this part. Let's see. Let's make this one over here. And we do it like this. And then we can start making a crossfade. Usually. Yeah. And with a crossfade, you don't hear clicks and others. When I touch the sky, when I touch the sky, I can see that. All right. It's a little bit crazy when you solo it, but in the home mix, you won't notice it. All right, we're gonna save it. Sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than. Now we have to decide, or we play the other part again. It wasn't played well to begin with, so well, we could do another guitar part, but we also could do something freaky. Let's make another instrument track. I'm gonna use the Vital synth. It's free. You can download it from the website. This is a strange sound. Wait a minute. Let's see if we record it here. There we go. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch. All right. It's different. We are in the drum editor. We're gonna go to the key editor, and there we see my keys. Just, you know, drag them like that. Make it more or less equal in sound. It's not exactly on time, but you know, it doesn't have to be. Only if you are gonna chop it off, like I did now. So then you need to make sure that it's on the one. Alright. Now we have a nice compact part. Let's see. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me. day I'm without you. All right, let's look at the sound for a moment. When I touch the sky, I can see that. Turn it down a little. Let's see, we're gonna add some EQ on this channel and see how it looks. When I touch the sky, I don't know. Let me see one more time. All right, there is a little crackle in the sound. I don't know what it is. Ah, it's the Cubase. All right, sometimes with Vital, because it takes up a lot of processor space, you will start hearing cracks, but you won't hear it in the final recording. There's a little TDD. I think this one. Let's see. That sounds weird. Drag them more or less the same length as the bass. So now we have more or less an ending. How does the drums end? Do the drums end? We might delete one snare at the end. Let's see. Do it and listen again. I'll leave it in place. So the only part we didn't look at yet is the kick, and I have the feeling we should select another kick. Let's see. We can bring up the window. I think this one is better. Your eyes make me feel like I'm in paradise. When I talk to you, it sounds a little bit more controlled. Through the empty space. Oh, hear me out, my love. I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me. Alright, cool. One last thing we could do is duplicate the vocal track, delete the first parts and this one. So now we are left with and we're gonna rename it to the main part. And this is gonna be the end part. They are both routed through the vocals. I solo it, you see them both. But now we can introduce a little bit more of delay for the end. Let's add another delay. Right, now we name it. And delay. All right. I didn't do it well because I made it mono. All right, cool. Now we need a slightly longer delay. Let's select this part loop it.
Every day I'm without you. Every day I'm without you.
Okay. First we're gonna add the end delay to this one. We're gonna turn it up and see how it sounds. This one is not completely correct. Alright.
Every day I'm without you.
Alright. You can hear the delay. We're gonna select the delay from the inserts over here. And let's see. No, we need something ducking. Okay, this might do. Let's see, we can scroll to
Every day I'm without you. 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 Every day I'm without you.
wow. If you're not crazy by now, man, you're a special kind. Let's see. So we duplicated the vocal track to another one and separated the end vocal to add a little bit of delay, because if I turn on delay on this one, it'll be the whole song. So let's see.
They will haunt me every day without you.
Alright. The same thing you could do with the guitar. It might not work, it might work, but same procedure. Just delete what you don't need, separate the track, and see if you can add something else. We could use a little bit of extra reverb on the end part, but it might work, might not.
They will haunt me every day without you.
One more time.
Every day without you.
So now we have the final song ready. Let's see. Everything's done. We've separated the tracks. And now we're on to the final mix. Alright. The locators need to be a little bit, larger than the song itself. I always drag the song a little bit more to the middle, because as you can see, sometimes the instruments start a little bit earlier, and you won't cut it, because that will destroy the sound. I try to take away as much as blank spots as possible. Usually these ones I leave intact, because if you listen to them, they really don't contain anything. So just I let them be. If there are sighs or coughs or whatever, yeah, you need to cut them or just edit the WAV file. But all right, we've got the main balances of the song already. So beginning level there is all right.
I can see that it's not
Acceptable. All right, all acceptable. All points, you know, the beginning, the middle, solo part, they're fine. So we're gonna save it, and now we're gonna go to the mix console. We already walked through the inserts. Off, on. A little bit more from the beginning. Without. With.
When I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise. When I talk to you.
All right. I didn't put much attention on clipping. You need to be aware of it. But when I know when I see the
Words can float in.
the overview of the ozone and it doesn't clip,
Oh, hear me out, my
I'm
love.
fine.
I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go?
So this is cool. It's a little bit below zero. Leave it like that. So now we're done. Finally, I never use any EQ on the master bus. I think you should be really careful with EQ. And it is good as it sounds, you know. You need to know where to stop. For me, this is a perfect 60-second song, and we're gonna export it. And we're gonna export the audio mix down. It's gonna ask you where. I'm gonna put it on a desktop, save the song, save me, I don't know, leave it like that. Export it as a WAV file, the standard settings. And then you start exporting the audio. It'll export everything, but I made a mistake because if I export it like this, the file will be muted. So, sorry. Do it again. There we go. You have to wait, and then you will end up with a WAV file, and that's the file you finally gonna master. So now we can close the Windows window. I saved it already, and we are left with a WAV file.
When I talk to you.
All right, perfect. We will make another Cubase window and start with a new project, an empty one, and we're gonna add an audio track. This one is gonna have to be stereo. We're gonna drag in the WAV file, and there it is. So now you can see the final mix down as a WAV file. This one we're gonna normalize as well. And now we're gonna look at the beginning and drag this one a little bit over there. And we look at the end and over there. And we see how it starts. Let's see. All right. Okay, perfect. And let's look at the end. Well, that's very end. Alright, we can end it there. Little fade out. Ya está. Alright, perfect. We're gonna select it. Now, you could say this is the master phase. I don't think this track needs a really big amount of mastering, but one of the plugins I really love for this is from the IQ multimedia suite, is the classic IQ. Let's turn the volume a little bit down, and if you load this preset, it'll be totally over the top. But as you can hear already, it'll add some hi-fi warmth to it, which is beautiful. So usually I take this one down to 5 this one down to somewhere around the same. Drag this one a little in, and let's see what happens.
When I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise. When I talk to you, words keep floating through the empty space. Oh, hear me out, my love, I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me every day and without you.
Alright, that's not too much over the top. It adds a little bit, but it adds a little bit of sparkling to the track. Sometimes I use from the same suite, this one, the tape machine. Basically, this is a distortion compressor unit as well.
When I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise.
It adds some tape compression.
When I talk to you, words keep floating through the empty space. Oh, hear me out, my love, I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go?
Let's leave it on for now. Alright, so we're done. This is the final track. For me, it's mastered. We have a 60 second. Let's see. The cursor here, yeah, it's a 1 minute track, 1 minute 10 seconds, so that's perfect. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much, and I might do something like this in the future again. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Listen to my other songs, and I wish you a very blessed and wonderful day. Bye bye.
When I see your eyes, make me feel like I'm in paradise. When I talk to you, words keep floating through the empty space. Oh, hear me out, my love, I can't resist you. But should I stay or should I go? When I touch the sky, I can see that the stars are nearer than I thought. It's your eyes again, they will haunt me every day and without you.